Hey everybody, what's going on? My name, of course, is Anvil the Crazy. Welcome back to the channel. And yeah, we're finally starting something new. We gone from killing demons and tearing out their entrails to a game about Diddy Kong and racing around an island, trying to stop a magical pig wizard from taking over the island. I really have no idea why the theme basically switched from a hellish first-person shooter to a little monkey and his animal buddies all of a sudden just basically racing around in hovercrafts, planes, racing against dinosaurs. By the way, that dinosaur doesn't even appear in the game, actually. He just appears in the intro. And, well, there's Conker. Hello, Conker. Nice to see you before the tragic days that was the Conker's Bad Fur Day. But hey, oh, look at that, chicken. Who could tell? But yeah, like, if you couldn't tell, this I've said on many occasions, this is one of my favorite games ever, of all time. Mostly because of the character and charm, and not to mention the ingenious way of actually playing races in this game. Like, I remember, this was a game from my childhood. What you're seeing currently is probably, the pinnacle of my 5-year-old self at one point. This was truly one of my favorite games of all time, to say the least. And for good reason. I mean, for one thing, it's much different than all the other ones. By the way, I don't have all the characters. I still haven't unlocked TT because he's an annoying little prick, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Anyways, so right off the bat, by the way, Drumstick is unlockable at later on, so you just have to run over a freaking frog to unlock him. Yes, I'm not even kidding. You run over a frog, and then out comes a chicken. Rareware, everybody. And yes, this was made by Rareware, who also created Diddy Kong as well, and revitalized Donkey Kong in a new series, Donkey Kong Country. And, well, you got Crunch the Kremling, which I think this is the first time we're seeing him, and he's never appeared in another game ever again, unless you count the Diddy Kong Racing DS remake, which I don't want to talk about. But yeah, you get 8 characters to start off with, and overall you got, like, Banjo and Conker, who would appear in their own respective games. In fact, this is pretty much a pilot game for both of these characters to set them off on their own respective journeys. I mean, of course, Banjo-Kazooie would create, like, two games in the franchise, one portable game, which I never played, and one on the Xbox 360, which had qualities, but not really a good Banjo-Kazooie game. Conker, though, oh boy, his character as a whole would change, and just basically made him like a drunken bastard, to say the least. There's no kinder way of putting it. But in Conker's Bad Fur Day, and he would get a remake of sorts in the on the Xbox through Conker Live and Reloaded. And of course, I think there was that Project Spark thing on Xbox One that all of a sudden just basically gave him another sense of life, though that I don't really count that as an appearance. Also, you got Tip Top, which honestly, Tip Top is part of Banjo-Kazooie, so he belongs there. But every other character, aside from Diddy Kong, aside from Crunch, aside from Banjo, Conker, and Tip Top, would later appear in other games. These 4 characters, well, 5 characters if you count TT, never appeared in another game ever. But yeah, now that I'm done talking about all the characters individually, let's actually, you know, get into the game, shall we? We'll go with our boy Diddy Kong, because he's the star of the show. Caution, please do not change Rumble Pack or Controller Pack during gameplay. Controller Pack is required to save and load Ghost Data in Time Trial mode. If Controller Pack has limited capacity, you will be unable to save Ghost Data. If you wish to change Controller Pack or Rumble Pack, please do so now. No thanks. Anyways, so you got like 3 modes to select from here. You got Adventure, you got Adventure 2, you got Tracks. We're going to be mostly covering the Adventure mode. And I had this race preemptively a couple days ago while I was working on the Doom playthrough, so yeah, we're pretty much all set and ready to go. But we gotta fill out our names, so what should we name ourselves? Well, then again, we can't really name ourselves, so let's just call ourselves ATC, you know, Anvil Crazy. Oh, wait. I lied. This is the Let's Play channel, so APS. There you go. Anyways. Oh, on a dark and stormy night, the evil whiz pig statue basically looks upon the world while a rainbow is suddenly entrenched in fear and misery. Actually, why are there rainbow? Okay, never mind. He's spouting out smoke. That's not really good. And there's a whole bunch of frogs. Those are lovely to see. And also, what type of berries are those? I just want to know that much. I just want to learn that much about these berries whatsoever. But yeah, we get Taj Mahal! Taj the elephant. Oh my god. Look at him in his carpet. Ain't he beautiful? Oh my god. This is one of the most beautiful things. There's Diddy Kong just driving around. But yeah. Hello there. I forgot how accurate his, like, I'm gonna be honest, this is kind of, off-putting to hear such an authentic, like, Indian accent from the elephant and all that, and then later in the DS remake, it's just like some bland, boring guy like, "Hi, I'm Taj Elephant. How can I help you today?" Or something like that. Like, it's just frightening. Anyway, so, as you can tell, this is probably one of the few racing games that actually has a story mode. It actually has an overworld, too. Now, as usual, you can press A to basically drift around and all that, well, drive around and all that, you know, all that good stuff. And then you can also do, like, this little drift here. You can do drifts, but I think you can do it too long, or actually, yeah, do that by pushing the left stick or the right stick in the opposite direction instead of the drift that you're supposed to go. You spin out of control. However, you can also do like some sort of maneuver with the B button and the drift button to basically make tight kernels, okay, popcorn kernels. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll go over more of the little mechanics here and there, but let's actually get these 4 balloons first. That's what we'll start with. The 4 balloons will basically start us off here. So here we got a plane, and the thing about Diddy Kong Racing that makes it so special is the fact that you could drive in 3 different vehicles. You could drive in a car, which is pretty much the most common of all these vehicles. You can also drive a hovercraft for water stages only, for water tracks only. And last but not least, the plane, which can be used in almost any sense of... it can be used in pretty much any race, to say the least. Anyway, so right now what we're doing here is we're looking for like 4 of these little balloons. As you can tell, we already found all of them. I know in the DS version, they actually include a whole bunch of different other ones. Like, I think you have to, like, find it in Treasure, and I think another one you actually have to find it... trying to remember here. Let's see. I'm trying to think of what was in the remake that they changed a whole lot. Oh yeah, they changed the battle courses. Like, they got... like, it almost felt like they got rid of the battle courses and replaced them with the custom track editor, which... I mean, it wasn't the best, but it sure wasn't the worst thing I've experienced. Though, it could have been so much better, honestly. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like customizing my own racetracks, but in Diddy Kong Racing DS, I don't think they actually did it very well, to say the least. But at the same time, like, I actually feel like they pretty much dropped the ball with that remake. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to go over the whole, oh, they forgot poor old Banjo and Conquer, because at the time, Banjo and Conquer were owned by Rare, not Rare, well, obviously, they were owned by Rare. How else can they make games about Conquer and Banjo? No entry, you need 16 balloons. Well, no, duh, I need to look for the other balloon. I'm gonna look for it eventually, don't worry. Oh, wait, it's at the very beginning. Probably the first balloon everybody will encounter. Anyways, so stupid me aside, let's actually go into the level, shall we? Now, we got Now, to start us off, we are in Dino Domain, which is pretty much a dinosaur theme area. This is the first world that we are currently in. And here's TT in all his glory. Hello, TT, you annoying little clock. But yeah. Anyways, you can go down and check your statuses and all that. So, obviously, we gotta collect 4 trophies, but we gotta collect 4 pieces of the Whizpig amulet in order to face against Whizpig. We also need to take care of the TT amulet as well, but that's only completed if you find 4 special keys. And, of course, in order to access the last level, which is Spaceland, I forgot the name of it, so Cosmic Funway, I guess, I don't know. You can basically access that by collecting all 4 trophies. So, with that out of the way, let's actually get into the race here. So, pretty much, it starts off like any other normal race. Bananas, as you can see far away, they actually increase your top speed, all things considered. And in adventure mode, there will be these keys. And what's strange enough is you can actually drift on the grass, and there's not really that much significant slowdown, but there is some, which makes it kind of different from Mario Kart, though then again Mario Kart actually did that as well. I think Crash Bandicoot, his own racing game, like his Crash Team Racing actually had some sort of slowdown when it comes to this, but later games will basically improve on the grass terrain effect of slowing down for the most part. I mean, like I said, this is probably mostly because, like, here's the thing, like, commentating over racing games in general is pretty hard, especially when you're trying to make it a little bit interesting. That's pretty much the status quo here and all that, but it'll get interesting once you go into the second portion of the area. So basically consider it as, let's see, what would you call it? Second world visit of Kingdom Hearts 2, to say at least, where you have to revisit a certain area but complete a different objective once you revisit that area and all that. It's still the same, but has a lot of new stuff in it. Anyways, here is Taj flying down on his magical carpet, sparkles and all that. This is for you. I love Taj. I don't know why. I just like him. For some odd reason. He always makes me smile whenever I see him. And of course, since we got the key, we do get access to the battle of this lovely little world. This battle we'll get to in the next episode, but right now I want to cover the 4 races. So right here we're going to Fossil Canyon, pretty much a basic course as well. But then again, Ancient Lake was the first course that anybody would go to. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Get ready. Go. You can basically start this off. You can basically start the race off by getting a small boost. It's kind of like waiting for the number 2 to basically show up, or basically almost disappear immediately after, and then you hold the A button for Mario Kart and all that. Mostly with Mario Kart 8 because, you know, that's the most recent game. But here, it's like, you just started as soon as Get Ready has appeared. Anyways, so I haven't really talked about much of the balloons, but they're essentially your items, you know, your shells, your bananas, your mushrooms and all that. The blue balloons will give you speed boosts, the red balloons will give you rockets, and what's cool about the balloons here, which I'll get to later, well, right now I'm talking about them, you can actually upgrade them. Unlike in Mario Kart where you have like, oh, you got shell or triple shell as separate items, here you can upgrade like pretty much any balloon, as long as you have said balloons upgrades for like three, if you collect like 3 separate balloons. And of course, if you get the green boost, that means another trick that Diddy Kong Racing has was the lovely lovely little green boost they usually get. Oh, by the way, that was the level 3 bubble that somebody actually plopped down there. Anyways, let's just launch all these rockets into the sky. Just launch them into the sky and just blow up the sun. let's actually make sure that happens. For some reason, we are going to cause a total, like, eclipse by just blowing the sun up and causing worldwide panic, all because of a little monkey in a race car basically blowing stuff up. But yeah. Anyways, so we got that out of the way. Let's go over to Jungle Falls. Now, the thing about these balloons, continue onward, the green ones are basically your bananas. You got oil slick, you got mines, you got bubbles that will trap you for a long time. Didn't get the boost here. Not really too worried about that. But overall, pretty much this is basically easy mode for the most part. Like, the first world is basically easy. The yellow balloons with the purple stars, though, those are your shields. I think they last long, and I think you can actually spin people out. I haven't really seen much use of this item, though. Mostly because, like, most people would usually go for the, like, even people will go for the green balloons. Hell, I would rarely see anybody go for those rainbow balloons, which are magnets, which gravitate towards the, enemy, which gravitates towards the, opponent and all that. So yeah, this here is the shield, fully upgraded. It emits a green shield. It lasts for a long time. And like I said, I don't know if you can actually spin opponents out. Then again, I think there might be a... They might actually spin you out. By the way, I think those are the only two, like, purple balloon, blue balloons that I've seen, over the entirety of this race on Jungle Falls. Also, I'm just gonna say this, Adventure 2 Jungle Falls, probably the worst, like, thing in terms of collecting medals. Oops, I accidentally spoiled that there. But, you'll see what I mean once I actually show you, what I mean, because it is truly not that good. Anyway, so here we are, the first dedicated plane race, the Hot Top Volcano, which I unfortunately confused Lethal Lava Land during my Super Mario 64 stream sessions with, because I was thinking of Diddy Kong Racing, because I said this would be my next game on the Let's Play channel. But yeah, this is pretty much, you're inside the volcano, well, near a volcano. I don't know how any of these guys are still alive, even after, like, surviving third-degree burns and pretty much almost being set on fire. Well, then again, their bones probably melt, but at the same time, they can still live throughout the day. But yeah, like I said, the only way you're going to get the green... I should probably mention, the only way you're actually going to get a green boost in this game is by letting go of the accelerator and just letting the zippers do their job. Just boost you forward as soon as you reach them. Also, you know, purple as well is probably the strongest boost here, which you're about to see in about a couple of seconds. It basically acts like as a free zipper that you basically earn all on your own. Remember those good old times when you could just basically build up something and then all of a sudden you actually get some reward to it? Yeah, that's always a good thing, right? It gives you a sense of pride and accomplishment. However, nowadays, it just gives you paid microtransactions and DLC. Okay, I'm just gonna stop talking about that because microtransactions just opens up a whole other can of worms, to say the least, so we're not even gonna cover that. But, yeah, the game industry can really go screw themselves sometimes. I'm just gonna say that much. But yeah, that is it for the first part of Fossil Dino Domain. We still have this lovely little thing, and this is what I like the most. The fact that it actually has boss fights in these. Well, technically they aren't boss fights, they're mostly just little races and all that. Oh, and by the way, a little fun fact, that Triceratops that you're racing against, his name is Tricky. You know who else is named Tricky? That little dinosaur weasel thing from Star Fox Adventures, the last Rare game to be put on a Nintendo console before Rare transitioned all over to Microsoft and all that. And anyways, this is pretty much a race to the top of the mountain. there will be like little boulders dropping down. I always thought they were like popcorn balls or caramel popcorn or something like that. You know, those Cracker Jacks that you usually see. I always figured they were those. I don't know why I would think of that, but it almost looked like it. Anyways, Tricky can get a little difficult to get ahead, and also there's this balloon for a reason, as you'll probably see in a little bit, as well as this balloon right here. Hello, little balloon. Hello, little shortcut. Anyways, you boost in here. Yeah, you kind of missed the thing there, but yeah, that's usually a shortcut, and he's usually easy to beat. All things considered, if you use that shortcut. If you go the normal way, he'll eventually catch up to you, but if you continue to basically just turn, like that's the only thing you could do, is just turn, and there it is, a lovely little statue made in his honor of his lost here. But yeah, like that was it for the first boss. And this is where the next episode will take place. We gotta collect all the silver coins from each level and win. That's the one thing I will knock this game in some way. The silver coins, while they're challenging, in Adventure 2, they're even more challenging, which is annoying. And Tosh gives us some special hints. Try pressing brake when skidding. I already showed that off. But yeah, that is it for the first part of Diddy Kong Racing. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you all next time for the next part. As we take on the silver coin challenge, and not to mention we also take on the ever so lovely battle game. So hopefully you guys stay tuned. Remember, I'm Anvil the Crazy, and always be loony, be crazy, and most importantly, be awesome. I will see you all next time.